have when I took it out.
And when and they weigh it.
Said that right.
Do them bed bug jobs, we always gotta grab those and flip those things over. Holy shit.
Well, heavy. I guarantee you they're heavy.
People say, can you help me move? What kind of bed you got?
Yours? Yes.
No, I'm busy.
I like the hair.
I put one in my fifth wheel and boy, it's heavy.
I love it.
Look like you cut it again.
No,
It's got,
fixed.
There you go.
it looks good. Yeah, we all go to Mexico, that's what happened to us.
Huh?
And when we go to Mexico, I guess that's what happened.
Hey, they did put some stuff on my eyes. Take my wrinkles away. I said, yeah, right.
Some of that.
Would anybody like to sign up for unscheduled public?
Do you?
That's right. I don't want yours. You don't want yours.
You don't want mine.
Hey.
Does anybody want to sign up for unscheduled public appearance?
Thanks, sir.
Has Kenneth got you or Bob? I think that's blue yet. No, hold.
Somebody always gotta
See, they've got it. They've got it marked.
Yeah, I told them, this is painted fire.
I knew somebody that wrote that middle name.
That's what That's their markings.
That's theirs. Oh, yeah.
Imagine you go back to that. Last call. Anybody like to sign up for unscheduled public appearance?
Plugged in,
All right, everybody ready? Try to speak into the microphone. I'd like to call the City of Wagoner regular business meeting October 7th at 7 p.m. We have Mr. Eddie Gill here tonight from Freedom Point out at Toppers to open us up in prayer. Mr. Hill, if you would.
All right, let's all bow our heads and go in prayer. Most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for a beautiful season, a Halloween season, a fall season. Father, I call upon your Holy Spirit to come in here and guide us. May the council look for your wisdom and your guidance in all we do to make this beautiful place, Wagoner, a better place. Father, I want to also pray for the fire, the sheriff, and the police. Keep your guardian angels over them while they protect us in this small community. Father, once again, thank you for this wonderful small town. May we always look for your wisdom in all we do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Kelly, go ahead.
Salute, pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 3, consider approval of minutes September 3rd and 12th, 2024.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
I'll make that motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Have a motion, a second. Please call the roll.
Leonard,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Item number 4, consider approval or denial of claims for September 2024 to include numbers 39 through 66, manual warrants, EMS to include numbers 28 through 41, manual warrants, Economic Development Fund numbers 7 through 9, and Cemetery Reserve Fund number 2.
Discussion?
I have a question.
Were you talking to Mike, Brenda?
I have a question. Let's see, Lowell Jorg, is that how you say it? Wagner History Piece for $20. What's that for?
So we had a gentleman, he actually came upon, he was from California, and somehow, through his travels, his findings, he came upon a business letter that was from a downtown business. I thought he had the wrong Wagner. I'd never seen a picture of this building or anything. Laura actually knew more about it. It was a 3 or 4 story building. There was a picture of it.
Round Palace Hotel, IT.
And so he said he pretty much just wanted what he paid for it and the postage. And so we sent him a letter and we purchased that off of him.
Okay. And Perfection Auto Body Repair Office Vehicle, a police vehicle, $7,802.07. What's that for?
That was TJ's.
Yeah. That was TJ's K9 car.
Did he have a wreck?
Yeah. It was the one that had the missing back tail light
Okay.
bumper.
And we did receive payment from OMAG for that.
And Gerber Collision and Glass Repair on vehicle of J. Berry, $670.
The boom mowers were mowing over by the church on South State and threw a rock through the back glass of Mr. Berry's truck.
Okay,
So we repaired it.
all righty, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Any further discussion?
Yeah, I got one. It's on the police department. Did we double buy coffee? Is that long?
Double buy coffee.
Yeah, there's 2 coffees here. There's 25-6 02242 and 2353.
Seen the way Tony makes coffee?
No, but I hear about it on Facebook every morning.
No, I don't know what that is. Why it's showing
Yep,
on there twice?
yep.
It's two different purchase orders. That's why it shows up twice.
So is it two different purchases?
Yes.
And on, what abatement service is citywide property? What was the property address? Anybody know?
Jessica?
Okay, and one other thing, I'd like, if it's, request, I don't know who's doing it, but I'd like to have all, people that has the Sam's card, Amazon card, fuel card, and, Capital One card, the names on who has access to all those cards.
Can
Okay, this,
Sam's Club, Amazon, Capital and Master or Visa, and fuel cards.
okay. The Amazon is not a card, that's just an account.
Okay, and who's all authorized for it.
Okay. And the fuel cards are assigned to the vehicles.
Okay. And, okay, then all vehicles on that, please.
anything else?
I think that was it.
Any further discussion? Entertain a motion?
Second.
Have it
I'm sorry.
Kevin and Anthony. Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes,
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 5 is mayor's report.
Okay, so first off, I'm gonna talk about the fall cleanup days also. That, the dumpster is full right now, correct? Do you know, Thomas, is Prior Waste coming tomorrow, or? You just tell me.
Yeah.
I'll,
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
notified twice today, hopefully they'll learn tomorrow.
so hopefully we'll be opening back up, tomorrow for that. That's at the city warehouse. That'll run, through Friday and Saturday. It's 8 to 7 again, Monday through Friday, and then, Saturday from 8 to 4. We also have trunk or treat coming up. That is the 18th. The costume contest will be at 6 o'clock at the stage. The entry to get in is 5 non-perishable food items. The entrance will be off of Church Street. Candy will be passed out from 6:30 to 8:30. At this time, I'm gonna have Jessica come up and talk about a few things.
Good evening. So I had a phone call today from a representative with the city, and we have been issued the notice to proceed for the design phase on Streetscape 2. So that's from Cherokee to Church Street, and it's going to match what's on Cherokee Street. And then we were also informed that we were awarded Streetscape 3. We got that application turned in at the beginning of the year, and that's for Cherokee Street North on Main to about 3rd Street, I think. We do have a preliminary design. Nothing's set in stone. Of course, we'll have to go through interviewing processes and get another consultant for phase 3. The other thing is Habitat for Humanity is taking applications for a home rehab program. We have partnered with them on a new grant. This grant does not have an income limit. Anybody inside of Wagoner community, this is just for our community, it's not for outside, just for our community can apply for this. It's for accessibility and beautification of the house. Of course, the accessibility does take priority. They do anything from widening doors, installing ramps, the accessibility in the bathrooms, things like that. It depends on case-by-case basis for extra stuff. The beautification and weatherization, I hate that word, windows, doors, siding, roofs, all those repairs and other things on a case-by-case basis. This grant can only take 6 to 8 people. However, there is another grant. We started this grant back in July. We went for this one. Option 2 is income-based. So if you don't qualify for option 1 or we fill up on option 1, there is still option 2 for that grant. That second grant is income-based, and it isn't just limited to our community. But we filtered about 100 phone calls in about 3 days. We have received 1 application. So that's what we're doing. The city is bridging the gap between Habitat and our community. We're the messengers. You can call me, you can email me. I'll get your information to Habitat. You're more than welcome to call them directly. They can send you the application either via email or to your mail. If you don't have email, that's perfectly fine. She'll get it to you one way or another. And we have even made it to where I will drive you the application myself. Okay? I've done that to a couple this weekend. I do want to make it clear the city has no decision process. We don't make any decisions for this. We are just the messengers. We are bridging that gap between the community and the nonprofit. So that way we can get our people help with their houses. You have to own your home and you have to live in it. It can't be your rental property you're trying to get fixed up. This is for people who own their home and live in it. So if anybody is interested, have them contact me via email is the best way, or I'm still returning phone calls from last week. So email me, call me, or you can come by to see me and I'll get your information to them. I'm taking your name, your address, your phone number, and your main needs that you need for your house. And I'm getting it to them, and they're getting in contact usually the same day or sometimes the next day. Okay? Any questions for these? Yes.
We come across a lot of people that they don't have ramps, and we have a hard time getting them in and out of houses. Can we kind of get involved and get into some places that we know people are in them and they need assistance?
Yes, so the question was from EMS. Can they help people get involved if they come across people who need ramps? Yes, please send them to me.
We have a lot.
And we can try to get them help, yes. Absolutely. Any other questions?
Thank you. So about 2 weeks ago, I was in contact with the Creek Nation about redoing the circuit, and also looking at having them trying to come up with some funding for walkways around Dunbar and Lincoln. I'm still waiting to hear back. I've talked to one very reliable contact, and he's supposed to be talking to their people and getting back with me. That's all I have for the mayor's report. Thank you. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah. I don't think Gabriel's not here, is he? Is he? Oh, I'm sorry. He brought the whole crew. So tonight's employee of the month is Gabriel Bonner. He's with the police department, so please give him a round of applause.
Bob, how long has Mr. Bonner been with the police department? We're already getting so many wonderful compliments on him.
About 15 minutes.
He's one of our school resource officers.
Very proud of him.
We are getting lots of compliments on this young man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's all I have.
Item number 6, consider acceptance of the donation of a mural to be painted by Sally Flora French on property leased to the city of Wagoner by the Union Pacific Railroad, 110 North Smith, or take other action.
Can I pass these down? And I'm sorry if I don't have enough, but I'll just give them to you that way.
Oh, you can just pass them down, Miss French. That's perfectly fine.
I don't know if there's enough, but. We'll make it work. This is just to give you a reference to help you visualize whatever you want to visualize. That'll help. So sorry you have to see some on one side.
No, you look beautiful.
Yeah.
When you get done, we're gonna move this microphone back up, okay? If you guys will help me remember that.
Thank you. My name is Sally French, and I have a proposal for the council that I hope you will entertain. Can you hear me all right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The proposal is to create a mural that will show historic events for which Wagoner is known.
I got it.
I request permission or assistance or help from the city of Wagoner to use the vacant lots on the south edge of Block 315 as a possible location. Just as other murals have done, it would be a dynamic graphic visualization that would bring Wagoner's historic past to life. It's an original composition and has not been duplicated elsewhere. I think it would increase visitors' enjoyment and add to the sense of connectivity with our ancestors and also to the beauty that we already have in Wagoner. Our hopes and dreams make a difference. They are the stepping stones to reality. They are the fire that fuels our creativity and our imagination and links us to an unknown future. With your help, we can make this project become a reality, whether it's by donations, grants, or city funds, whatever we can possibly get. It is a project that I am dedicated to finishing. By allowing this mural to be created, you demonstrate your foresight and appreciation of our historic past and also pave the way for a bridge to the future. I am so enthusiastic and on fire about this dynamic idea, although I can't always help with the creation of what my mind thinks, you know. The physical part of doing it is not always possible. So I bring to you today this idea that is so expansive that I'm hoping that our high school students, our businesses, everyone will say, I want my picture taken in front of that, or I was a part of that, or I helped with that. I can't say more than to let you know that it's something I truly believe in. So this is kind of a demonstration of what we might look forward to, and I'll turn that on for you. So this is the idea. Put it on here. And I usually, we'll start real quick. What I usually do is I play, this land is your land, or this land is my land, you know, just to give an emotional response to it. But it rotates, and it's just to give you an idea of what it can be. And it should rotate, but I don't really know why it's not doing that. Anyway, that's your visual presentation of what the mural is in this etched crystal. But you have pictures in your envelope of the location, the possibility, and also a picture that is, it's an original, and it's takes 3 more weeks to get it copyrighted, but I would love for Wagoner to be able to use it. Thank you for your time.
Any discussion? You know where that location is?
Where the Bluefish is.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be on that?
Yeah.
It's gonna replace the bluefish?
Yeah,
The ocean thing?
yeah.
What's the cost?
It's donation.
Oh, we donate. We ask for donation
We're accepting donation.
for this, okay.
Yeah.
So we're just accepting donations, we're not paying for it, or?
No.
Well, I'm all for it then. Donation. It looks pretty what we got.
There you go.
That looks really pretty.
I can provide more information for your questions
Farmers,
that you might have.
store.
I don't expect you to make a decision or whatever tonight, but a presentation to let you know how I feel about it.
Entertain a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept donations for the mural.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes,
Wagoner,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
oh, it's turning now.
Yeah, it's turning out. Everybody see it?
Item number 7, consider establishing the hours for trick or treat in the city of Wagoner or take other action.
Discussion?
What was the trick or treating hours last year?
I believe it was 6 to 9.
Yeah, 6 to 9.
That's on Thursday.
Is that too late for you?
Yes, it's
Yes, it's on a
Thursday.
Thursday this year.
Good with that?
Cool, 6 to 9.
I don't get too many trick or treaters. My yard's too big, I guess.
Gotta work for their community.
Everybody fine with that? 69?
I'm
69
fine with it.
sounds
Jimmy
good.
Butler gives out the full-size candy bars to go to his house.
Yep. He ain't gonna have nothing else to do.
So 6 to 9. Have a motion?
Make that motion that we trick or treat from 6 to 9.
Okay.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wright,
Yes,
Wagoner,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Item number 8, consider purchasing automobile equipment and general liability insurance from the Oklahoma Municipal Assurance Group or take other action.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wright,
yes,
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Item number 9, consider purchasing building and building contents insurance from the Oklahoma Municipal Assurance Group to include functional building replacement costs for the community building, Armory, and Harris Building, or take other action. And your motion will need to include that language about the functional building replacement.
Discussion?
You said on the Harris building, it has functional replacement costs?
Yes, sir.
How does it have that? If it's not functional?
That information is in your packet.
Or is it excluded? Because I would think it would be excluded since it's not functional.
They insure them for functional building replacement because they can't be built back as they are.
Right.
The community building, they have at $302,061. The Armory, or no, I'm sorry, the Harris Building. sorry, make sure I get the right one. Yes, the Harris Building, they have it 394, 596, and the Armory at 604, 122.
Other reason I was asking, because I mean, we're paying for functional replacement costs, but it's basically ACV, I mean, actual cash value, right? I mean, they're not gonna give us anything, I would, because it's not functional. Based on what I'm getting, that we're paying for something that we're not gonna be able to hit. We're paying more for coverage that we're not gonna hit that money, no matter if it's $1 or 200,000 or whatever it is.
Well, should something happen to it, we will get the amount that it's insured for.
That would go a long way in case it falls down.
Right. Definitely understand, I just wanna make sure that it's gonna be. Okay.
You probably have more insurance knowledge than any of us, Patrick, so.
That's what I was asking about. They're gonna pay for it.
And currently, the Harris Building, we will pay the premium, but the Economic Development Authority will pay us back for that, because that property is in their name.
Further discussion? Entertain a motion?
I'll make that motion to include functional building replacements to the community building, Armory, and Harris Building.
Second. Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 10, consider approval of resolution number 763, a resolution establishing the permitted use of city-owned or leased vehicles, or take other action.
Discussion?
What has it been in the past?
Rhonda, you know? She asked what it had been in the past.
The mileage on like police vehicles, and that's what we're voting on, right?
I believe it was listed as 15, I would think.
One way.
In the past, was it 15 miles from City Hall, or was it 15 miles from the city limits?
I don't know that it's
I've
specified.
not seen anywhere where it specifically names a specific location where the 15 miles was from. We always figured it from city limits.
How far you're asking to go back, because it's been there 31 years, and prior to, it was not a mileage. And then I think when we got some different vehicles, they said 15, but it was always from the edge of town.
Has it changed, Tony? I swear, when I was a kid, there used to be a lot more police cars left there. Did we used to leave them, then drive them, then leave them again? Has there been?
It wasn't, I, of course, you was a kid a long time ago, they rode horses. But when Mark Day became chief of police, he and I think Mayor Peters and the city council got together and bought vehicles for every officer they had here and then some. So at that point in time, they started having to take home vehicles. And then, you know, you had to live in California, you had to live everywhere when Jim Parker was chief. And then that's where it rode for pretty much forever.
Well, I think common sense, you know, kind of takes effect, you know what I mean?
Yes, I had an
At
officer
some
the other
point.
night that came in, he was coming out of town, we had a stabbing here, and he wasn't on duty, but he was able to get to the, southwest 64th Street address out that way, and, in his patrol car with all his gear, and was able to aid in, work with the officer that was on duty.
So what do we wanna make it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think we should just set a
Yeah,
standard. Whatever
we
it is.
need something set.
But if you're gonna do the 30 miles. I
Speak,
think-
speak in the microphone.
If you're gonna do 30 miles, I think it needs to at least be from the city limits.
Yeah, we have to just, yeah, go, I'm sorry.
You know, not necessarily City Hall. And my reason is, because city limits is, you know, it's probably not gonna change. I mean, obviously it can, you know, but City Hall is more apt to change its location, in my opinion, than, you know, the city
Then
limits.
I was gonna say, I think it was the opposite of that, because I mean, City Hall's
Yeah,
gonna be.
I would think so
And-
too.
This is gonna- Yeah, I would say we can annex more in, and but City Hall's gonna be here.
Well, and just to piggyback off what Tony said too, you know, when they had that stabbing several years ago, when I had my shooting at McDonald's, you know, that happened almost, 10 o'clock at night. You know, officers were coming in, and they were able to get to my shooting from home before they clocked in. And, you know, there was some officers that lived out in the county. And I was able to get that help,
Right.
you know, because of that.
We're not talking about or looking at wanting to establish no set standards. You know, we have to use common sense as well. And, you know, hiring somebody, I think you said something about McAllister a few months ago. You know, obviously, you know, we're not gonna do something like that. That's 88 miles. 30 miles is, you know, a close enough proximity that, they can respond to an emergency situation in a way that they can get here safely, run in code, and also get to where they need to get to assist in, you know, a critical incident that we would have.
So what do you think it needs to be, Bob? The city limits, or police station, what?
I would say that the city limits, it makes it a little bit easier, because then you're not trying to figure a whole lot of different things. You're not, you know, we've been in the past, you know, talking about considering, you know, and doing some research on, a new city hall or new police department, you know, and, you know, new fire station, things like that. Those things change. Yeah, we can annex more property in, but one's just as likely as the other. I think if you get the city limits, we have an established there. And it gives us a good round opportunity to be able to have, you know, to just be honest. I mean, we've got people that live in that area right now. And, you know, in a perfect world, everybody would live in Wagoner that worked at the police department, and we would have a, you know, a quick response. We don't live in a perfect world, obviously. I know that we've got officers that live out of town and some distance away that would still fall within what we're talking about, that have families, you know, have spouses, have kids, and spent a year plus looking for a home here and wasn't able to find it, and have since found their home that they're paying on, and, you know, it's the, you know, their intended forever home, their home place, and, you know, they've gotta be able to live and be able to, pay for their homes. And to just be honest with you, a couple of them have already indicated that, you know, if they can't take their vehicles home, they can't afford to stay with us. And as much as anything, you know, we talk about, you know, response times and things like that, but, what we're talking about tonight also affects, recruitment and retention. And, you know, we don't pay like some other larger agencies do. Larger agencies have the ability to have more staff on duty at a time and maybe less of a need to have off-duty officers responding to critical incidents. And, so therefore they're not, you know, as set on having to do that. You know, other agencies, you know, 15 miles down the road, Muskogee Police Department, they have the same issues as far as retention and recruitment, to the point that they're even paying a $15,000 sign-on bonus. The city of Wagoner can't afford to pay, you know, people $15,000 just to come to work here. But we do have the ability to do this.
No, I completely understand
What
that.
is the person live that works as the police department? As a police officer?
We're right at the 30-mile mark.
Okay.
Is that from the city limits?
Yes.
Most of that's response area. It's your distance from your response area, whatever that is. You know, it'd be different because we run all the way out to Wagoner Road, going that way, but because right now, we don't clock in. When you go, they don't have to go to the police station to clock in. They can clock in as soon as they get in the area, they can be working. So they can start something right then as soon as they're in their areas. Most time they don't go from the location. Used to they went by location because that's where you clocked in at. Right. That's where you clocked in. By there, a response is your area now, the area you go.
A lot of the mayor and council, a lot of those, officers that, like Chief was saying earlier, would like to be here, they just can't find a place to live. Officer Bonner that got employed the month that we haven't had very long here, he lived in Tulsa, and, they went on a call here in the city and was able to call, they went on the house that was broken into, nice house, you can see how many kids he has, he has a bunch. 6 or 5, I think, but he was able to rent that house, and we moved him from Tulsa to Wagoner, you know, and everything else, so we're getting good people in our city to live, you know, like I said, his kids, they all go to school here, his wife's gonna be a nurse, graduated, so we're getting good people here, and it's good to be able to keep people like him, because we got him from Tulsa. Public schools is where he came from.
No, I think it's gonna become even harder, to find more police officers, just because it's competition now.
Absolutely.
You know, this is kind of a spiff to keep our officers. But I do feel like we need something written. Any further discussion, questions?
I think if we're gonna change the language in this.
Can you please speak in the mic?
If we're gonna change the language in this to read city limits, not city hall, I think we need to go ahead and add, Mr. Elam's position in this also,
What, that's,
as being allowed to take home vehicle.
oh, okay.
I think we need to discuss it.
Okay, well, that's what we're doing, so.
I mean, if you look.
I think you're gonna fall more under Public Works on that, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, the agenda item is in the Public Works also. I mean, we can discuss it now, we can discuss it then. So it makes no difference to me.
What do you got, Ken?
No, I just, trying to hear.
So what would you propose?
I propose that we change the language in this right here to read city limits, and we also add Mr. Elam's position in this also.
So you're saying the city supervisor?
I'm saying Mr. Elam deserves a take-home vehicle because he also responds to emergencies within the city. And for him to be able to,
I understand that, but I need I can't just write in the book,
I know.
Mr. Elam. We need to say a job description.
His position. What,
I just said the city superintendent. What are you wanting in there?
he needs a take-home vehicle. He'd be allowed a take-home vehicle.
But this is only for fire and police officers and assistant fire chief.
And I understand
Or
that.
EMS.
But you also got here in the
No.
language, okay, unless authorized by the mayor, council. I mean, we can authorize, that's fine, but just, you know, why can't we put his position in the language also?
So let's back up here. You're saying that Mr. Elam needs to drive a truck home because he responds to emergencies.
100%.
Okay, what emergencies? Now,
Mr.
don't
Elam responds to a
talk
lot
to
of-
me. What does he respond to?
Mr. Elam, can you,
No, I'm asking you, Kevin.
and I'm asking Mr. Elam if he
Well,
can,
you're so gung-ho on this, then answer.
I'm asking Mr. Elam if he can name some of the emergencies that he's responded to in the past.
In Wagoner,
From-
Oklahoma, you
from
can
his
get
home.
here in 30 miles, they respond to emergency.
What's,
This is
what,
for our city-
he has
right here.
superintendents.
Since I have been in office, I know of no emergency that he's had to respond to yet. That's why I'm asking him if he can name some of the emergencies that he's had to respond to from home.
He can't do it with this?
Mr. Elam?
Go ahead, Dwayne.
To answer that question in regards to that.
Please speak in the mic.
Thank you. To answer that question, in regards from the city side of it, I don't know that there's much in that regard. In the public works side of it, obviously, there's an entirely different conversation to be had when you have to deal with the utilities. I actually agree with the mayor. This is actually probably a public works conversation, honestly, than a city conversation.
Okay.
So are we okay to leave that out of this one?
We can leave it out of this one, yeah.
Okay,
All right,
fantastic.
got it.
So how do we, do we just amend the resolution, 763 for, instead of 30 miles from City Hall to city limits? Can we amend it?
Well, it hasn't been adopted, so we don't really, I guess, need to amend it. But we need to adopt it with the language change from city hall to city limits.
Right.
So is everybody fine with 30 miles from the city limits? Have a motion? Larry and Anthony,
Thank you.
please call the roll.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes,
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Item number 11, consider declaring a 2006 Ford Expedition and one Stryker ambulance cot as surplus property and authorize disposal thereof or take other action.
Jim, you want to talk on this?
I can. The Expedition was donated to us by the Sheriff's Department many years ago. We no longer use it. We have our new vehicle. Nobody's paying insurance on the vehicle, just sitting in there not being used. And the Stryker cot is an extra cot we do not use. And we're going to trade it in to the manufacturer, and he's going to come and fix one of our existing ones so it will work with the auto loader. So we were going to trade it in, and they offered us $500 for it trade-in, but they offered me $2,000 for it in lieu of coming out and fixing their other one. So it's making this additional $1,500 and saving us money getting our other cot made.
is that on a beige Tahoe? You talking about the Tahoe, the beige one, the gray one?
Yes, the gray Ford Expedition. It's a 2006. Yes.
Okay. Everything works on it?
So imagine we put that on Purple Wave.
That's
and
my
then-
plan.
And then just do the trade-in on the cot.
Yes. It will be with Daryl Hendricks and MSAR, and I don't have the final, if he's just gonna write us a check or take it off of the repairing of the other cot, but I'll have that for you as soon as he gets with me. I wanted to get authorization to go forward first.
Any discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and second. Please call the roll.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 12, consider approval of the final plat of Wagoner Willows Phase 2 or take other action.
Good evening. You heard the preliminary plat around 2 months ago. It wasn't on last month's agenda, but it's on this month's agenda. The applicants are here. It's just Wagner Willows Phase 2 for that housing addition off of 15th Street. If you have any questions, we're here to answer.
Any discussion?
Yes. Is that in the front, the area in the front?
Part of it's in the front, yes, but this particular area is a little bit further back. Phase 2 is.
Back towards where you have cleared out at?
Yes.
Okay.
Would be the south,
The map is in your packet.
south, southeast side, or
South, south.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and second. Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Item number 13, consider authorization of transfer of sick leave to employee Bethany Goodwin or take other action.
Discussion?
I make a motion to consider authorization transfer of sick leave to Bethany Goodwin.
One second.
Have a motion and second. Please call the roll.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Item number 14, consider approval of settlement of litigation specifically in the matter of the application of Everett C. Johnson and Wanda R. Johnson to vacate a portion of North 12th Street previously closed by ordinance number 975.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Item number 15, consider approval of settlement of litigation specifically in the matter of the application of Vicky Reed to vacate a portion of Harris Avenue previously closed by ordinance number 802.
Where is this at?
Over in southeast Wagner, between 10th, 11th, 12th, it's a street or two west of the edge of town. I can't tell you exactly.
Oh,
It's
I know
behind where Richard Gray's
I know
house
what it
was.
is. I know what it is when you said
It was
that.
closed in,
Okay.
I think, 94 or something
Okay.
like that. This is only to vacate the east 10 feet. It's a 60-foot street. And there's a sewer line down the middle of it. That leaves us 50 feet easement of the sewer line. I think everybody thinks that's sufficient.
Okay. So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Item number 16, consider rejecting all bids on Lincoln Park pickleball courts improvements and authorize the rebid of the project per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group, LLC, Consulting Engineers, or take other action.
Go ahead, Dale.
Council, Mayor?
Be sure and speak into the microphone, please.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Thank
Very good. You bet. We bid this project on the pickleball courts, September the 10th. We had 7 contractors that received plans. Only 2 elected to bid and only 1 on one part of the project itself. I got on the phone and I talked to some other contractors out there that does this type of work. One of them said that she gave her price to a general contractor and the contractor decided not to bid. If she knew that the contractor wasn't going to bid, she would have put a bid in. I talked to another one and he said he had a bid all ready to go, but him and his wife got real sick and they couldn't bring the bid up. That's the reason I'm requesting to rebid the project. Both of them said they would bid the project, and I didn't ask them for their price, but it sounded like it would be cheaper.
So do we have, an extension on the funds that we got from Chicken?
Yes, yeah.
So there's an extension?
Was Okie Stripe not in this bid or not?
Oak Strike decided they wasn't going to bid the project.
Okay.
The 2 contractors I talked to, one was in Envision Civil, and the other one was Play by Design.
Cheryl? Cheryl?
Well, there's a couple other, we met a couple other people that can do this, that lives in Tulsa, that we didn't know existed until we got the cards, and they said they can probably bid on something like that.
If we do get authorization to rebid the project, please let me know their
Okay, I will.
names, and I will contact them and let them know.
Further discussion? Entertain the motion.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Item number 17, consider accepting the bid and entering into a contract with Glover and Associates Incorporated in the amount of $292,559.23 for WAG 24-09 2024 street rehabilitation per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group, LLC, consulting engineers, or take other action.
Council, we bid this project October the 3rd. We had 5 plan holders for the project itself. We had 4 that elected to bid the project. The low bidder was Glover and Associates at $292,559.29. We recommend awarding it to the low contractor.
Discussion? Entertain a motion.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Butler,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Item number 18, consider approval of invoice number WAG 24-09-01 in the amount of $42,400 for Infrastructure Solutions Group, LLC, consulting engineers for WAG 24-09 2024 street rehabilitation, or take other action.
Council, this invoice is a progress invoice for the design through bidding, which is 80% of the engineering fee.
Discussion? Entertain a motion.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 19, consider authorizing submission of the required documents to Oklahoma Department of Environmental Quality, ODEQ, to obtain a construction permit to include application for permit to construct water pollution control or public water facilities and/or supply potable water, Headworks engineering plans, standard construction specifications, engineering report, and related documents for WAG 23-02, wastewater treatment plant headworks improvements, Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC, consulting engineers, or take other action.
Dwayne wants to speak on this first.
You bet.
Council, this is what we've been working on for the last year.
This is what we've been working on for the last year and a half, council. We've talked about with the wastewater plant, with the headworks, trying to extend the life of our wastewater plant. This is the portion that we will be using the remainder of our ARPA funds on. So Infrastructure Solutions has got it to the point that we've got it ready to submit for an application into DEQ so that we can turn around and then present and come back to you guys for approval to go out for bid. But at that point, I'll let Dale finish up the details if he wishes to. So.
I think you covered it. This is the headworks out at the wastewater treatment plant. These are the documents required to get a construction permit from DEQ.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 20 is unscheduled public appearances.
There were none.
Item number 21 is departmental reports.
Oh, what am I doing? Brandy Moore's here from the hospital.
Good evening. I'm standing in for Jimmy Leopard this evening. You guys have our operations report as part of your packet. You can see that we've had an uptick in both hospital admissions and ER visits. Other than that, pretty unremarkable, besides that our new fiscal year starts October 1st, and our business plan was approved by our hospital board. We look forward to serving the community in our next fiscal year. Any questions from anyone?
Thank you, Ms. Moore.
Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen of the council, the city staff's been busy this last month as lots of things going on. We actually still have a lot of grass to cut, believe it or not, with the parks and watering the flowers. But continuing down the path of what I usually do, trying to highlight a few things of the big projects we've got going on. The stormwater project, I don't know if any of you guys have noticed it down south. I know we've had 3rd Street shut off for the last 3 weeks or so. We should be getting it opened up shortly. Contractors are pouring the in-cast place boxes where the junction box of the pipe is already in the ground. To date, we've installed 440 foot of 42-inch pipe, 180 foot of 48-inch pipe, and 80 foot of 60-inch pipe. So today, we just made the transition going from the plastic pipe back to the concrete oval pipe, which is coming alongside the east side of United Methodist Church, between the church and the playground, and we'll be coming up through that, and then we will be on Church Street, where you guys have seen that saw cuts and all that, and then making our way towards Casper. So we're moving along at a good pace. We've got good construction weather. Things have went well, and ONG's been able to stay ahead of us pretty good. That makes the project run pretty smooth right now. So I'm thankful for the construction and the good weather we've had, but I would like to have some rain because we're going to start having issues otherwise if we don't get some rains, and I'll allude to some of that in the water breaks in the next Public Works. But other than that, if you got any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you, sir.
Any further discussion? Thank you.
Item number 22 is adjournment.
So made.
Have a motion second. Please call the roll.
Leonard.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
North.
Yes. Meeting adjourned at 8 o'clock. I'd like to call the Wagoner Public Works Authority regular business meeting October 7th at 8 o'clock.
Item number 1, consider approval of the minutes September 3rd and 12th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second. Please call the roll.
Sampson.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 2, consider approval or denial of claims for September 2024 to include WPWA to include numbers 39 through 57 or manual warrants.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Have a motion second. Please call the roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Item number 3 is the chairman's report.
Yes, our employee of the month for Public Works is Matt Brown. He is absent. That's all I have.
What department is he in?
Electric. He's a lineman.
Matt Brown.
Item number 4, consider purchasing vehicle equipment and general liability insurance from the Oklahoma Municipal Assurance Group or take other action.
Discussion. Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion second. Please call the roll.
Sampson.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Item number 5, consider purchasing building and building contents insurance from the Oklahoma Municipal Assurance Group or take other action.
So made.
Second.
Discussion. Have a motion second. Please call the roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Make
Yes.
sure no one wants-
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Item number 6, consider approval of resolution number 24-02, a resolution establishing the permitted use of Widener Public Works Authority owned or leased vehicles or take other action.
So again, you know, I think we need to put Mr. Elam's position there as Public Works Director in this language. If we're gonna change it to the city limits also.
And that's because he responds to emergencies.
Absolutely. Whether it be a water line break, a sewer break, a major sewer break, any emergency that has to do with public works, absolutely.
If he had to go to an emergency at the high school, would he drive by Public Works?
I believe he'd go straight from home if he had a vehicle.
I believe he'd drive by Public Works.
Okay.
What's he gonna do with 2 minutes getting out of his personal vehicle into a city-owned vehicle?
I don't know where he lives, the direction or whatever. All I can tell you is I believe that he should have a take-home vehicle.
Why do you believe that?
Because he responds to emergencies.
I don't think if
he
we
has
have
the
a
ability-
water line break
a
or a
major
power
water line
outage,
break or a flood.
that's not an emergency.
a major water line break, a major flood.
You know, when you have First Responder Appreciation Month, I don't think Public Works Director is part of that.
I never said he was considered a natural first responder, okay? I said he can respond to emergencies that has to do with public works.
He has supervisors in place. You think he's gonna get down in a hole?
If you look
and
at this information that
Hey,
Lori put in our packet.
this information should be struck from the whole agenda. I did not approve this. I don't even know that it's facts. I know I've reached out to Tahlequah.
It is 100% facts.
No, I beg your
You don't
pardon.
know that. I know several of other counselors that have reached out to Tahlequah and got the same answer I did.
And what was that answer?
It was 103,000.
Because I reached out to Tahlequah also.
Did you reach out to Tahlequah Public Works Authority? They have a Public Works Director and an
reached out
assistant.
to
They
Tahlequah.
also have a city administrator. They're two separate things, two separate
I
boards.
reached out to Tahlequah's HR.
But we're not Tahlequah, we're Wagoner, okay? Tahlequah got Cherokee Nation, they got more money than we have. We are dealing with our town. I don't care what Tom, Dick, and Harry does, I just worry about what Wagoner does. It's just like Jim here is the EMS director. He drives his own vehicle back and forth to work, and he's gotta respond to emergencies and come over there. So what's the difference?
If you look at Tahlequah.
And he don't drive a vehicle.
What does Tahlequah pay their Public Works Director?
Tahlequah Public Works pays their Public Works Director $141,460 a year.
That's less than what we pay ours.
You're right.
He also has an assistant.
Does he have the supervisors like we do?
I'm sure they do.
Guys, y'all not look at the whole picture. Tahlequah's got a lot more money than Wagoner. You know, I mean, like, they can supply anything. They even do their own trash service. So that's more money coming into their town.
All the
We pay out
supervisors
our
in
trash
Tahlequah
service.
also have taken vehicles.
Well, our officers are taking home vehicles. That's the one that really need it.
You read all this information that Lori so graciously,
Like I said, I don't know that that's 100% accurate.
well, it is.
No, you can't say that. You don't know that.
Okay.
You spoke to every single one of those?
I haven't spoken to every single one. I've spoken with Tahlequah.
Oh, but it's 100% accurate.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I tell you
Well, then you
what,
tell me
if
what's wrong with
there's one
You tell me what
thing,
is
if there's
wrong.
one thing that I get out of being mayor, it's gonna be exposing you. And I guarantee you, you won't be reelected.
Come on.
has nothing to do with
Come
you.
on.
No, sir.
Come on.
Now, you're out of order.
No, sir.
No, you're out
Yes,
of order.
no, this is my
You're out-
meeting,
no,
and you're
this is-
out of.
This is these people's meeting
No,
right here. This is
no,
not your
and
meeting.
these people,
This belongs
of this
to the
town
city.
want that truck parked, and they have wanted it parked for some time.
City of Wagoner.
But you didn't stand with the citizens of Wagoner, of small businesses, and you're not listening to the citizens now.
Oh, I'm
You rode my coattail. You tried your hardest when I ran for office. You came to my things, and you spoke up. You didn't come to my things? Now, listen here. You spoke up about being against the good old boy system, and you fell right in with it.
Where I'm at with this thing is, how come we can't talk about this, like, as far as a contractual agreement, as far as his contract, because there was one, and this could be put in there, so then it can be separate, so then we know it's, if that's what it is. If we want that to be in there, then we can or not, but the whole point is, I think that just doing it right now, off a whim, is not the right way to go. I mean,
Shane, do you care to read what the minutes read when they hired Dwayne, what you pulled?
Here?
Yep.
Yeah, I got it.
It's at the very bottom.
November 16th, 2006.
Speak into the mic.
November 16th, 2006. Motion made by trustee Wisnett, second by trustee Easterling,
to extend the offer of employment as Public Works Director to Charles D. Elam effective 11/27/06. Beginning salary to be $52,500 until end of 6-month probation, at which time salary will go up or go to $55,000. He is to live within the Wagoner area at the end of the probation. Every council member voted yes.
Question. Then how come on his 6 months, end of his probation? Of course, we don't know what will happen in executive session, but nothing was changed. He still was allowed to live out of town.
It wasn't right then, it's not right now.
No, I mean, there, just to, what you're saying, there was a lot of, I mean, we had people here and they speculated that it was a certain way, and then this information was brought to our attention, which was obviously the opposite of what was the, or just maybe forgot about what happened with it,
Whatever
but.
happened,
Yeah.
I've read this, and I know that to be true.
Right.
But also, after his 6-month probation, none of that was enforced. So either somebody just said, or other arrangements were made.
Unfortunately.
But it's an executive session, so I don't know. I'm just saying, and then, almost 18 years later.
Right.
It's, you know,
Well, unfortunately.
It doesn't matter to me, and I honestly believe, Dwayne, that the vehicle's not an issue with
No.
him. It's just the whole situation. 18 years of working for the city, eating here, coming here, doing things here, and yes, I have seen him on emergencies. 8 poles get knocked down out on Press Light Road and that big old storm come through. He was out here, and I've seen him several times, out calling me, because we'll talk to each other while he's out here on these jobs, running them. That's his job. Now, like I said, I just find it ironic that after almost 18 years, now all of a sudden, and like I said, it may be trivial even to him, but it's just it just seems odd to me.
I understand what you're saying. I mean, even to the
If
point.
he was abusing the truck, I would not have a problem.
Okay.
But to anybody's knowledge, he's never abused the truck.
Okay. So what I was saying is that, I agree with you to a certain extent. We're talking about, just a minute ago, we've been talking about mileage, 30 miles here, and it was assumed before that it was 15 miles or 20 miles, city hall, city limits, and it was something already implemented, but it's never been done. So I'm just kind of going with what you're saying on that, because unfortunately, there's been a lot of things that have been on the books a certain way and haven't been implemented, or was at one point in time and just done whatever way. So again, I feel like I don't think that it's a wise move to just go and implement something right now. It needs to probably be in his contract or whatnot, or whatever that may be. I mean,
He doesn't have a
he
contract.
doesn't have a contract. Well, that's the thing. I mean, that maybe need to get a contract or whatnot and add that in here where he can have his vehicle. That might be the best way to go with it, so you know exactly what.
I was here, voted with it, because it was an incentive to get him.
Speaking to the mic, Larry.
I was here during that time, and that was an incentive for him to take the job, because all the jobs then in these different towns were paying a little bit more. And we wanted him here. And then I think about all the things that he has done and he's doing that we wouldn't get anybody else to get done. It's like he represents us and all these other organizations that funds us. He's worth it.
I understand what you're saying, but my issue I have is that's maintenance on a vehicle, driving back and forth to Oklahoma every day, twice a day, there and back. And that's maintenance, that's tires, transmission, oil change, all this stuff on taxpayers' dime.
That was the incentive to get him here.
I understand that, but now we're paying higher than other areas are.
It's 28 miles.
I'm sure that Mr. Edom does not have a problem.
How far is it to
with
your
the truck.
job? Do they give you a vehicle?
He don't.
Does he even care? Do you even?
You don't care, so why we
Yeah.
still?
I make toilet paper for a living.
That's great.
Yeah, I drive my pickup.
He lives 28 miles from the city limits. That's no different than a police vehicle.
It is. It's not a first responder.
Mr. Elam, do you even care either way it goes? I mean, we're arguing and he's right here.
At this point, no, I do not. It is heartbreaking to think I've got 18 years to this community, and this is what we're discussing today. After 18 years ago, and the decisions was made 18 years ago after I come off probation, and did not have to move to the city of Wagoner because I went through an ice storm, spent 14 days away from my family that fended on their own while I was taking care of this community and everybody else's family. And we did that and continue to do that. We had a massive cleanup, and the council and the board at that time, well, the board actually, because I wasn't under the council, was very impressed with my work. And as Mary Jane stated, the last meeting, they decided I did not have to move. And Larry, you was part of that conversation. You're very much aware of. So that was part of my employment of coming off probation.
Once again, I understand, but I fought a fire at my employment for 17 nights straight, and I drove my vehicle every day.
You a volunteer fireman?
There or here?
Here.
I am. I drive my vehicle to fires. Done it for over 10 years. My personal vehicle.
Thank you for your service.
I don't do it for that. I do it for this town.
Well, I just feel some forehand notice would have been appreciated. Like I said, seriously, in the roundabout way, it's just, I just think this could have been handled a lot different.
It was just brought up, like,
Well, that's okay. It was brought up last month.
oh, yeah.
I mean,
Just brought up in here with.
well, I understand it, you know, but it's, like I said.
What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna leave it like it is. I mean, emergency vehicles, just like 2402 resolution. Is that what it is? Exactly?
That needs to be amended.
Emergency.
Me and Hicks talked.
Okay, it needs to be amended. So, what do you do? Table it?
No,
Forward it?
no. How that resolution would read is, let me see that. The part that it says, resolved that no vehicle owned or leased by the authority may be used except as authorized by the trustees of the authority.
Actually, that paragraph is unnecessary if you read the next two paragraphs, and it's a little bit overkill.
So, what is the paragraph supposed to read?
What
Exactly supposed to read?
I just recommend to you that we take that paragraph.
Take the,
So, here, it would read, whereas this resolution established the permitted use of Wagoner Public Works Authority or leased vehicles, now therefore be it resolved by the trustees of the Wagoner Public Works Authority as followed. Resolved that employees shall use an authority-owned or leased vehicle only in the course of employment or an emergency to prevent injury to person or injury and damages to public or personal property or immediate financial loss, and further resolve that no employee shall use an authority-owned or leased vehicle as transportation to and from the employee's residence unless specifically authorized by the trustees. So just that one part would be taken out.
okay.
That would of course not allow Dwayne to drive his truck.
Okay.
If you want to do that, we'll have to make some other changes.
So, what you read is no, right? What you read means no, right?
That means that pretty much you would have the permission to drive your vehicle on the job during job hours.
Okay, gotcha.
Not from home.
Okay. I'll make that motion for what he read.
I'll second.
Who was my second?
What do we?
I think,
second?
well, not up to me, but I think the motion is to adopt the resolution as presented with the omission of the third paragraph.
At a board meeting? Okay, do we want to discuss that as well?
What do you mean, like GRDA, OMAG, OSA, I mean, Mensa,
Would that be?
INCOG is you.
No, he's part of it as well.
That's the one in Muskogee?
No, that's E EODD.
Okay.
Would that be like during business hours or whatnot, typically? Like,
That, or imagine like a conference, something, correct. I
Motion
don't
is
see
to
any,
Admit the last paragraph?
no.
No,
This one?
third paragraph, where it says, resolve that no vehicle owner, at least that is where
Yeah, that,
may be
that-
used except as authorized by the trustees of the authority. It's unnecessary, and it's too, in my opinion, too broad. I wrote it, I put it in there.
Right.
But when I got afterwards, I mean, I didn't have a lot of time to prepare this. But when I read it after it got typed up and passed around, I think that's too broad. If you'll read the next two paragraphs, I think that clarifies that. I think it's too strict, let me put it that way. I mean, it could be written, I don't know if we can get BMO drive instructors to work on the sewer line somewhere, if we leave that second paragraph, that third paragraph in there. I think we need to take it out, is what I'm saying.
Let me see what you have. Ken, let me see what you
Go ahead, Joe.
I know as a water distribution supervisor, I have been allowed to drive my vehicle home in bad, like, in winter conditions, because I do.
Oh, it's not in there?
Four-wheel drive vehicle, and I don't know if this is
It's not
pertaining to me.
Okay.
In the copy they
Okay,
have.
In that situation.
But
if I need to get to town.
it says with the approval, like, we could approve that.
Let me correct myself. What I would been reading is an artifact or a previous version that I have on my computer, which is not the same one you're looking at, okay? That paragraph was taken out.
Yeah.
Because it was overbroad and shouldn't have been in there in the first.
The one that's in your packet, number 2402 that's in your packet is worded correctly. It does not have the paragraph in there that he was going to take out.
So none of it's on me.
So how often you talk about like meetings and all that? Once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, 5 times a week?
How many,
Been on board meeting once a month, conference or once, twice a year.
Okay.
INCOG is once a month, so no more than 14 times a year, that, I mean,
For the
that
whole
won't do
thing?
it, that won't do it.
Yeah.
You're talking, yeah, I don't know.
All right, I'm ready. Already made a motion. You already
Motion
seconded
and second,
To approve the resolution.
yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Abernathy,
No.
Leonard,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
No.
North,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler.
No.
Item number 7, consider hiring Shane Griffin as wastewater distribution operator or take other action.
Shane's been with us since August 13th. I'm recommending that we hire him. Pay is at $16.40. Starting time would be August 13th, and he does have a CDL.
Is that at the same rate of pay he's at already?
Yeah.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion, second. Please call the roll.
Butler,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Item number 8, consider authorization of the transfer of sick leave to Bethany Goodwin or take other action.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion, second. Please call the roll.
Sampson,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 9, consider authorizing submission of the required documents to the Oklahoma Department of Environmental Quality to obtain a construction permit to include application for permit to construct water pollution control or public water supply facilities and/or supply potable water, Headworks engineering plans, standard construction specifications, engineering report, and related documents for WAG 23-02, wastewater treatment plant, Headworks improvements, Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC, consulting engineers, or take other action.
Just the same thing from city side.
So made.
Second.
A motion, second. Please call the roll.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North, Leonard,
Yes.
Abernathy,
Yes.
Sampson,
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Item number 10 is unscheduled public appearances.
There were none.
Item 11 is departmental reports.
Ladies and gentlemen of the board, start off with the electric department. This month, we've been performing some maintenance and repairs on some circuits inside substation 1, trying to help reduce some of the redundancy and the reliability of our aging infrastructure we have going. Also, we're having to deal with some of the tear downs, issues from the road construction and Highway 69 of ODOT rerouting. Apparently, some of these semis are wanting to take a route of their own. I know PD is trying to catch them and head them off as well as the electric and other city departments are when we can see them. But every so often, we still have some of those issues come through, and they're causing some havoc into the system, so we're just having to deal with it. Unfortunately, we haven't had any major outages that's caused significant time delays to our residents, and we've been trying to minimize that as well. Water leaks, as I alluded to a little bit earlier on the city side, with the dry weather, the lines and ground's starting to shift and our lines are starting to pop. We're not having near the amount of water leaks we had 10-plus years ago because we made so much improvements in upgrading some of our bigger lines and stuff of that nature. We used to have water line breaks all hours of the day and night from that standpoint. But with the ground shifting and the dry weather, we are having more water line breaks as well. So we'd be fortunate to have some rain in the near future from that standpoint. But bear with us. If you see a water leak, please report it. I know our guys are running ragged with various things on the stormwater project and then trying to cover the other departments as well. So let us know if you see something that we haven't caught. Other than that, thank you.
Can I say one thing real quick? You know that stop sign on 69 Highway? It needs to be, like, new stop signs, you know?
Talking about the four-way
Yeah,
that's there?
Yeah, that little four-way thing sit out there, you know, on the highway, because it's like you can't, it's no color to it.
Can you look into that, Thomas?
Please. Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you. I knew the other day they were directing traffic, but it was no stop.
Item number 12 is adjournment.
So made.
Have a
Second.
motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Abernathy.
Yes.
Higginbottom. North.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Sampson.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 8:30.